The Anvil Centre was built, it was a special project, it was a vision of City Council to build a facility in New Westminster that had different mandates. The primary mandate being economic development as well as cultural development in the city in order to revitalize the downtown area of New Westminster. The funding came from a special fund called the DAC Fund, which has a primary stipulation to generate economic impact with the use of the funds.
So I'm talking to
Heidi Hughes, I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing.
Hughes, yes, from the Anvil Centre. Just when we want to talk, we've got
the music. He's loud too.
I really want to talk about the Anvil Centre because you guys have just such a beautiful building.
That's right, yeah.
When did you complete that building?
The building opened in September of last year, so in September 2014 was the actual opening of the facility. We've just completed our first year of successful operations, and we've made some great headway in exposure and just starting to get the venue on the map for planners and corporations and all kinds of different groups that need event space in Metro Vancouver.
So what kind of venues do you accommodate? I was on your website and there's tons. I mean, there's been a lot of activity in the Anvil Centre lately.
That's right. So the Anvil Centre was built, it was a special project, it was a vision of City Council to build a facility in New Westminster that had different mandates. The primary mandate being economic development as well as cultural development in the city in order to revitalize the downtown area of New Westminster. The funding came from a special fund called the DAC Fund, which has a primary stipulation to generate economic impact with the use of the funds. So the conference center was built, a purpose-built space into the actual venue as well as a performing arts theatre so that we could host theatre events and performances as well as have conferences and events that generate revenue and bring visitors into the city as well. So it's a place for New Westminster residents, for people from all over Metro Vancouver, and we're positioned as a regional conference facility.
Because you've got the SkyTrain right there.
That's
it's very, very convenient.
That's right.
And
yes.
I'll bet you to rent space at the Anvil Centre would be cheaper than like a downtown venue, wouldn't it?
The great thing about the Anvil Centre is, yes, as you mentioned, the location. So we are at the heart, the geographical center point of Metro Vancouver. If you look at us on the map, we are connected to the SkyTrain, to the Millennium Line, as well as the Expo Line. We also have plenty of parking available on site. We have an underground parking lot. And as you mentioned, we are, positioned to be a facility where you can host a wide variety of different events.
Yeah, very, very diversified. You had art shows in there at one time, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
You had a heritage show.
Yep, so we have the cultural staff for the City of New Westminster. They have a series of exhibitions that they host that rotate every few months, and they're part of the museum and the heritage galleries. We also have New Media Gallery, which is an art gallery based on all new media. And
really?
that exhibition is the first of its kind in Western Canada, and the exhibition rotates every 8 weeks to an exciting new engaging exhibit that people can come and enjoy every 6 to 8 weeks, and something new.
So do you change the format and the information of that new media?
That's right.
Wow.
That's right, yeah. So we have a director-curator with an amazing background in new media art, and they curate the shows, and they bring art pieces in done with new media from all over the world.
Now, what kind of new media are we talking about? Are we talking just art? Are we talking digital? Are we talking...
It's all digital, so it's all art that you would describe as, it's not even 3D art, it's all art that you can engage with. It either stimulates the senses in some way, whether visually or hearing, sight. So they're all pieces that we say either light up, they're electrifying, electrifying, or they stimulate the senses in a way that an object wouldn't.
Yes.
So if it was just a painting or a 3D object, these are all, highly engaging pieces.
And what about conferences? I see that you guys do a lot of conferences there too. What kind of conferences would they be interested in?
So we've really appealed to the local regional market. That's really our niche, given that the Anvil Centre is a conference centre, not a hotel and conference centre. So we really appeal to that market of local regional, corporate association. We have lots of union groups that meet at Anvil Centre. We are very pleased with the turnout of the corporate group. So financial institutions and crown corporations, all kinds of different groups that have found a home at Anvil Centre for their regional meetings.
What about, could you have a wedding there?
Lots of weddings, yeah. Surprisingly, yeah, lots of weddings.
Now, why does that surprise you?
Not surprisingly, but because we're such a venue that can cater to so many different groups. We'll have, a financial institution or an insurance company, and the next day we'll have, a gala dinner. So there's so much diversity there in the way the space can be staged and the way the space can be configured. So in the summertime, we obviously do a lot of weddings because that's primary wedding season, but we've even hosted a wedding last New Year's Eve. So yeah, it was a couple in their probably late 30s that were getting married, and they said, you know what, our friends never have anything to do on New Year's Eve, so let's go out and have a big wedding on New Year's Eve. And that's what they did, and it was great. It was a really good party. Yeah, it was really good.
How many people can you accommodate?
We can accommodate in the ballroom with a dinner and dance up to 350. If there's no dance floor, no DJ, no big staging requirements, we can do as many as 400 to 440.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then we can also accommodate the smaller groups because we have ballroom walls that can be put up in different configurations. So if it's 50 to 100 people, we just make the room much smaller.
And the actual physical location of the Anvil Centre, you're in the heart of one of the most beautiful heritage cities I've ever been in.
Yeah.
The only other city that would come close would be Montreal for the heritage aspect of it.
That's right. And we really like to capitalize on that, but we also want people to know that New Westminster is embracing their heritage. We're embracing the beauty of our city, but we're also moving forward. And we're also wanting to be a destination that people think of for meetings, events, conferences, and special events. And we try to integrate that culture and that heritage into the programs that come into Anvil Centre.
So what's your vision for the Anvil Centre for the next couple of years?
The next couple of years, we plan to definitely grow. We definitely plan to develop programs where a conference goer can book a special event. We can tailor an exhibition in the heritage area.
Please take your positions. The fashion show is about to begin.
For example, if we have a group that's coming in from a particular industry like pulp and paper, we can perhaps cater an exhibit that shows the history of the pulp and paper industry in New Westminster or in the area.
What a great idea.
So we can help them bring that part of their conference into a new light for their attendees and bring something interesting for people to do on a coffee break or during a reception, give them something extra to look at and experience. Or we can plan events and let people know there's tickets that they can purchase for or a group rate for a special performance that's happening in the Anvil Theatre.
So you offer a themed conference, really?
That's right.
That's a great really added value, isn't it?
It's a great added value.
Who else is doing that? Nobody that I know.
We are completely unique. We have to say the vision that people had in New Westminster was a strong vision, and they've got the right people working there now making that happen. So all of our stakeholders in New West, whether it's our city council, whether it's our mayor, whether it's our CAO, our director of business development, everybody's on board with this vision, and then of course everybody at the venue level.
Oh boy, I've been in that building. I just walked around with awe, like a kid in a candy shop. I mean, look at this place.
We're very proud of the building. The PCL, the builder, and HCMA, who was the architect, they're also very proud of the building. We've been very photographed. We've been entered into a lot of different publications for awards, whether it's glazing, masonry, architecture. The building itself has won a lot of awards. We're very popular with the film industry right now.
I've heard that.
Lots of filming happening at Anvil Centre. Everything from Warner Brothers to Paramount to local TV shows. Lots of interest.
So if somebody wanted to come down and say, by the way, I want to rent it out or I want some more information, how do they find you? How do they get in contact?
So we have different ways you can connect with us. Of course, by phone. We have a direct line where you can reach us. We also have a website, www.anvilcenter.com. It's important to note that the center is written with R-E, so the English way. And you can also reach us by phone, which is 604-515-3830 is the direct line.
Email address?
Email is anvilcenter@newwestcity.ca.
What is the favorite part of your job? When you open those doors and you see those people, what is the thing that lights you up?
It lights me up to actually see the pride that people have when they walk into the building when they're from New Westminster, and they walk in and they think, we built this, we had a vision, and we've been very successful. When I bring a client into the building, I like to show them the creativity that we can bring to their program, and watching them envision their event unfold in our space. Because anybody who works in events, everybody knows every event is special and unique, but when you can provide that unique space or that unique configuration or a special idea that's going to make their program more successful, it does, as you say, light us up. So
good.
We're very lucky.
The Anvil Centre in New West just is nothing but full of opportunities, isn't it?
That's right. So what our tagline is for the centre is where commerce, culture, and community meet. So it's the 3 C's, and there's a bit of a play on words there with where commerce, culture, and community meet, because of course that's what people do there. They meet, and they meet whether it's for a cultural festival, whether it's for a cultural event or performance, but also for a conference and for an educational session. So it's a great place.
Do you guys do any cross-marketing with the Key?
Yeah, we have a lot of different groups that we work with in the city. We work a lot with the Inn at the Key. We work a lot with the Downtown Business Improvement Association. We have a strong partnership with Tourism New Westminster, and we're always referring people to the different merchants in the city where they can add on to their program, whether it's restaurants, whether it's artisan shows and things like that. We like to include everybody.
And all the ladies' clothing is on Magnolia.
How's the show been for you?
It's been good. We've definitely met at least 15 to 20 couples that are still looking for a venue, and hopefully they'll come down to the Anvil Centre and have a site visit, and hopefully they'll select us for their special occasion.
Oh, nice! That is so good. You know what? I love we used to live in New West.
Oh, did you?
Right on the Key.
Excellent.
And there was just nothing better than
special place.
You go walk down to the pub and have a nice meal and have a drink, and then you come.
That's right.
It's so homey.
Yeah. Well, and they have New Westminster Pier Park now down there. They have a beautiful green space there, lots of opportunities for photos, and a great hotel. So there's a lot to offer in New Westminster, and we really hope that people come down and see that. Because that's, once you get there, you're convinced.
Yes, yeah, I know. As soon as I stepped into the building, I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to talk to these people because it's just so gorgeous. Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm glad you did.
Oh, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
I just had a delightful interview.
Great.
I love this. Do you know Hayek Festival?
Yes.
I did a magazine for the Hayek.
Oh, great.
And I was working for those people. I had a blast.
They're very passionate. Like, the thing about New Westminster is the little train that could. We're such a surprise when people get there and they see the way the community pulls together, and the way our city council and everyone up at City Hall is so involved with the projects that the city staff are implementing, and how they have a vision and it trickles down and people get involved and get engaged.
They make it happen.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that when they make it happen, because it means you're moving forward.
Exactly.
I was taught that there's clarity in movement.
That's right.
Isn't that wonderful?
That's right.
That even if you're stumbling and you're bumbling a little bit in business, do it.
That's
just don't worry
But
about
if you feel like you're not moving forward, it just takes the wind out of your sails.
Yes.
That's right.
Build the plane as you fly it, kind of thing. That's the best way. Oh, terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you
Nice
so
to meet
much.
you. Thank you so much for having us.
And I'll make sure that I send the video to you, and then you can download it and use it any way you want.
Thank you so much.
You know what we want to do? Rick Clausen and I, Rick,
I love
right?
Rick, yeah. He's my buddy.
We want to put together a vendor support system for all the people that are here.
Great, yeah.
And give a weekly show.
We're actually working with Rick and Debbie to host in 2017 the True Love Gala at the Anvil Centre. It's a new show.
The True Love Gala?
Yeah, and we want it to be more of a boutique, wine and cheese, kind of romantic, more... not upscale, but less trade show, more reception with vendors, right? Like brides walking around and candlelight and sort of more of a intimate atmosphere in our space, which is, of course, we could have a fashion show sort of on the marble stairs and just have it be more of have a glass of wine and walk around and appeal maybe to, a more mature crowd, and just have it be a different kind of show. So we're working on that as a concept for 2017.
Oh, wouldn't that be fantastic?
Yeah, it's exciting.
These guys are movers and shakers.
Rick and Debbie. Rick and Debbie are awesome.
He phoned me about a month ago. He said, Rick, I don't know you, but we have to work together.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick's a good guy.
Boom. He just gets things done.
He's a footballer. He's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
He played for
He's
the Lions
offense.
for like
or was he defense? I think he was offense.
I can't remember. But,
takes the ball and runs with it.
I've never met him. Big hair, bear hug. Rick, come here. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So really casual.
Good guy.
Really good. Yeah, I really like him.
Excellent.
So,
okay, I better go.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Okay, I gave you my card. I actually just I grabbed my colleagues instead of mine.
I'll come back to your booth and get yours.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much,
guys.
Heidi.
Okay,
I'll be right there.